Voice audible? Please confirm. Let us start with the session. So, in this particular session, we are going to start with a new act for CA Inter Law. The name of the act is the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. Concept of Limited Liability Partnership Act is not new for us because concept of LLP is already completed at CA Foundation. Then question arises, what difference is made with regard to CA Inter and CA Final syllabus or CA Foundation and CA Inter syllabus with regard to this particular concept? Okay, because this was there in CA Final, now brought to CA Inter, previously it's there in CA Foundation as well. Now the question is, to what extent this is important for the coming exams, how to prepare, and what we can expect from this particular session, what we have to cover, what are the important things, let us try to understand clearly. First point number one, Limited Liability Partnership Act is the act added for the first time in CA Inter. Previously it's there in Foundation, some small concepts are kept in CA Final. Now it was brought to CA Inter level as well. At CA Inter level, 90% of the LLP, what you have learnt at CA Foundation is same. Extra 10% content has been added. What are all the contents that are added? What is the content that was newly added and important for exam? Let me first show you the study material. For LLP Act, I recommend everyone, please prepare from this study material directly. There is no need to go for any kind of publication. You can directly take this study module and try to prepare from that. Okay, let me first show you the concept relating to limited liability partnership and what are all the things we need to keep in mind and what are all the important concepts for the exams, I mean the coming May 24 examinations. Okay, let us begin with this particular concept. See here. See here. Name of the act, Limited Liability Partnership Act. This document I have already shared in my Telegram group. So if you want, you can first download this, keep it with you, and then we will be going into the analysis part. Before going into other analysis and other things, see here. This is the study material for CA Inter LLP Act. Okay. What they covered, let me first show you the overview. Meaning of LLP, definitions under LLP. Okay. Next, characteristics of LLP. Same, CA foundation, ditto. Advantages of LLP section started from here. Blue color content is added for CA Inter. These blue color contents are the rules. Remaining 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All these are there at CA foundation level as well. Okay. Cessation of partnership interest, everything. Whatever you are seeing now, I'm scrolling the contents now. These are all there at CA foundation level as well. Okay. From here, you might not see at CA foundation. We are going to see in the CA inter level. From sixth topic means section number 42. From here, these are the things which are not covered at CA foundation level but are exclusively covered at CA inter level. This question is there again in CA foundation. Differences between LLP and partnership. Okay. Differences between LLP and companies. Differences between LLP and other forms of organization. After that, summary started. Means technically, institute study material contain 42 pages of structured content and around 8 pages of summary and exam questions, etc. This 42 pages content, around 4 pages I didn't write the charts. Remaining everything will be in the form of charts. So I recommend every one of you keep the charts with you before you start learning this particular session on Limited Liability Partnership Act. Okay. Before starting with that, I wanted to give this disclaimer that we are going to discuss about the concept relating to limited liability partnership. Let us begin with the concept. First, see here. First thing everyone has to understand is what are all the important dates in LLP Act. MCQ this will be important. Where MCQ this might get a importance. Okay. Let me explain what does it mean. There are 3 important dates for LLP. What are the 3 important dates? Number 1, announcement of LLP Act made on 9th January 2007. Parliament has given approval on this date. President assent obtained on this date. These are the 3 important dates. Next issue. Schedules under the Act. There are 4 schedules in LLP Act. Companies Act is having 7 schedules. Okay, Companies Act is having 7 schedules. 7th schedule is CSR. Companies Act is having 7 schedules. LLP Act is having 4 schedules. Schedule 1, rights and duties of the partners and LLP. Next 3 schedules, 2nd schedule, 3rd schedule and 4th schedule, will be discussing about conversion cases. Conversion of firm into LLP, conversion of private company into LLP, and conversion of unlisted public company into LLP. So these are all 4 schedules given. First schedule, 2nd schedule, 3rd and 4th. First schedule covers the rights and duties of the partners. 2nd, 3rd and 4th covers the conversion cases. Conversion of what into what? Conversion of LLP firm into LLP, conversion of private company into LLP, conversion of unlisted public company into LLP. These are the 3 conversions covered by this particular act. So those are the 4 schedules given here. Okay. Next issue. After that, need for LLP. What is the next one? Need for LLP. Why there is a need for LLP Act? That's the next question which we need to understand. Why there is a need? First point number 1. To promote growth in Indian economy. Sir, LLPs will promote growth? Yes. How? Let me explain you the concept clearly. When you start a business as a sole proprietor concern, there is a growth restriction. Reason, you can't raise capital from number of sources. If I am a sole proprietor concern, I can raise my fund only from my side. Means, if I have any own funds, I need to bring them. If I can take any loan from the bank, I can do that. but I can't issue shares to public because I'm the only person here. So sole proprietor concern has a disadvantage that sole proprietor concern can't have a growth. Okay, partnerships also same way. Reason, partnerships can't raise capital from outsiders. Only the partners has to bring the capital or they have to take a loan. But in case of LLP, like a company, number of partners there is no restriction. Because of not having number of partner restriction, there is no restriction on the capital. But capital restriction is not there, growth restriction will not come. Therefore, first thing, because of LLP, there will be a growth in the economy. Number one. Number two. Number two. Every person may not like company. Okay, there should be some alternative for company or not. So new corporate form of doing the business. New corporate form of doing the business. Next, even though you call LLP as a corporate, I should tell one thing. LLP means what? Limited liability partnership. At the end of the day, you can't call LLP as a company. Yeah, LLP is a partnership. Partnership having limited liability means what? One of the greatest need for LLP is existing partnership business law or existing partnership act law. Liability is unlimited. Unlimited liability is a danger to the person's private properties as well. Therefore, an alternative was provided to the public such that liability will be limited. So, to provide an alternative to the traditional partnership firm with unlimited personal liability. Next one. So, to provide with limited liability in business. Provide limited liability in business. Next, to enable professional expertise and entrepreneurial skills, LLP Act is introduced. Sir, what do you mean by professional expertise and entrepreneurial skills? Listen, whenever I call sole proprietor will do the business. If he does well, business will run well. If he do not do well, business will not run well. Same is the concept with partnership. Three partners started doing the business. If they perform well, business perform well. If they do not perform well, business do not perform well. I will give another example. I have money, no skill. I have skill, no money. I have money but no skill. I will put money and I will waste money. I have very much a good skill but I don't have money. You can't start an entity. LLP la advantage is, like in companies, directors are different, shareholders are different. In LLP, partners are different, designated partners are different, which means they work, designated partners works like that of directors. Means the person who put the capital may not have knowledge to run the business. In such a case, he need not take the risk of running the business. Entrepreneurial skill, few persons can be hired. We can call them as a designated partners, ask them to take the decisions with the capital introduced by the partners. So here there are two people in LLP: partners, designated partners. Partners will infuse the capital, designated partners will use the capital. So, because of division between the ownership and management, there will be a concept called as entrepreneurial skill. Person who put the money may not have a knowledge to run the business, but still he can run the business through the designated partners. So, professionals can come, entrepreneurial skills will be increased if it is LLP, which is not permitted in case of general partnerships. Next. LLP is a partnership, a company, it's a combination. LLP is a combination of two things. Number one, company. Number two, partnership. Corporate culture with the partnership, both blend together, we call it as an LLP. LLP is an alternative business model which combines the concept of company and partnership such that limited liability like a company, flexibility like a partnership will be there. I am putting this document before you. 2 minutes time, complete it fast. First, everyone listening live, did you understand all the points clearly up to here? Okay. Please read it. completed. If you are okay with it, we will go into the next one. Okay. See here. Here, first schedule contains rights and duties. Second schedule contains conversion of firm into LLP. Third schedule contains private company to LLP. Fourth schedule unlisted public company to LLP. New form. These all concepts I kept in that particular paragraph. Need for LLP. Okay. Instead of reading this, read in this format. Point wise, I have written everything. First one is promoting the growth. Second one is a new corporate culture started. Alternative for partnerships having unlimited liability, and limited liability is promoted here. Professional expertise and experience with entrepreneurs will come inside, and it is a alternative model where you will be having a blend of both. Okay, companies as well as partnerships. As simple as that. If the need for LLP is asked, you have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 points. You will be getting that 5 marks or 6 marks given in exam. Okay, next one. Let us first see the notes. See here. From here we need to start. First one is what? Definitions. Okay, first one is definition. How we read the definitions under Companies Act? Did we read in a order, or whenever concept reference come we will read? For example, there are 91 definitions in Companies Act. All 91 definitions we will read. Whenever occasion comes, you are reading a section. A word came. Whenever the word comes, immediately we will go back, understand the definition, and then we will be started continuing with the concept. Same thing we are going to do also for LLP. Why we are doing this is, institute contains Bare Act study material. Means study material is exact copy of Bare Act when it comes to LLP Act. LLP Act institute didn't do any creativity work. What they have done means they have dumped everything from the Bare Act here. So separately you need not read the Bare Act. For LLP Act only. For LLP Act you need not read the Bare Act again. Directly here only in the study material you can read. But that stunt you can't do for Companies Act. That's why we took the Bare Act and studied there. Okay. Let us start with the definitions. What we are going to do first. Some basic definitions are there. What definitions? Basic definitions. What do you mean by basic definitions, sir? These definitions are understandable or required to be understood to start with the chapter called as LLP. Means you can't start the chapter LLP without understanding these basics. So those basic definitions we will first complete. After completing these, other definitions we will read whenever they come for reference to us. Okay, let us understand what does it mean. Let's start with the definitions. See here. What are all the definitions we are going to study? Body corporate, business, LLP, partner, foreign LLP, financial year, LLP agreement, small LLP, LLP, small LLP. These are all the definitions we are going to read. Okay, repeat. What are all the definitions? First one, body corporate, business, limited liability partnership, partner, foreign LLP, financial year, LLP agreement, small LLP. What are all these? These are all the 8 definitions which are extremely important to understand LLP Act. After completing these 8, remaining some other 6-7 definitions are there. Those definitions, Whenever we come for reference in any section, then we will read. Okay. Everyone joined live. Please say yes or no for this. We will start with the concept discussion. Our target is we should get 6 out of 6 in LLP Act. Say yes or no, everyone. Shall we begin? Very nice, very nice. Everyone is participating. Hi Prithviraj, how are you? Most of the names who are participating live, I know all of you. I'm very happy to see you back. Hi Prithvi. I'm fine, I'm fine. Okay, let's now begin with the concept. See here. First, I will show this study material first. See here. This is a body corporate definition. The business. Okay. Next definition, what we are going to read? LLP partner for an LLP. LLP partner for an LLP. Next. Everyone, you also round it off. First, we are going to discuss about them. Financial year LLP agreement, small LLP. Financial year. Financial year. Small LLP. Small LLP and LLP agreement. Okay. Totally, how many definitions are there? 15. In that 15, in the first set, how many we are going to cover? 8. So, in 15, first we will cover 8 definitions. Okay. We'll get full clarity on that. Once we complete all the 8 definitions, then balance 7 definitions will be there that we will discuss once after the completion of this concept. Okay. I require absolute participation from every one of you. Okay. Let's see. Point 1. Body corporate. What is it? Body corporate. Enormous number of times in the physical classes I told you how to differ between body corporate and a company. Okay, see here. There is a artificial body. Okay, having corporate features incorporated under Companies Act. We call it as company. Artificial body having corporate features incorporated under any act, we call it as a body corporate. When I say any act, this any act can be Companies Act or any other act. In this any other act, LLP Act will come. Because of that reason, LLP as a entity will be regarded as a body corporate. That's what he wanted to tell. Okay. What is a body corporate? Body corporate is an artificial body having corporate features incorporated under any act. Such kind of entity we call it as a body corporate. Okay. Now this is generalized meaning. But in exam you can't write like this AB plus CF plus any act means they will strike off your answer. So this is the essence. How lawmaker has written the definition for body corporate. Let's have a look. See here. Body corporate means a company. So first I told you every body corporate la company will be there. Company may not be a body company definition la the body corporate will not be there, but body corporate definition la company will be there, because every body corporate is not a company, but every company is a body corporate. Means what? All body corporates are not company, but every company is a body corporate. Therefore, first thing which will be there inside body corporate is company. So only companies are body corporate? No. It includes. It's a company and it includes. Includes means what? Inclusive definition. It includes what? LLP under this act. This is called as Indian LLP. Right down there. Indian LLP. LLP incorporated outside India. This is called as foreign LLP. Not completely foreign LLP. Sir, what is a foreign company? Foreign company means a company incorporated outside India. Is the wrong answer. Company incorporated outside India, having a place of business in India. Like that. LLP incorporated outside India is different from LLP incorporated outside India with a place of business in India. Understanding sake, I am writing FLLP. Next, any company incorporated outside India. Sir, already they covered company here. Already they covered company here, na? Why again they are covering companies incorporated outside India? Listen, Companies Act, company definition, how they say, company means any company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. Foreign companies are not companies incorporated in India, na? So our Companies Act is not incorporating them. Therefore, foreign companies are body corporates, not companies. Therefore, company incorporated outside India is also called as a body corporate only. Okay, again I repeat. What is a company under Companies Act? Any company incorporated under Companies Act or under any previous company law. Foreign companies are incorporated under our Companies Act. No, therefore those are not companies under Companies Act, but they comes under the category of body corporate. So now everyone summarize and tell me what is a body corporate. Body corporate means, how to write an exam? Body corporate means a company. First tell me everyone. Body corporate means company and includes what? LLP under this act, LLP incorporated outside India, company incorporated outside India. Okay, but does not include corporation sole, but does not include a corporation sole. So what is a corporation sole? Sole proprietor concern. Okay, next one does not include cooperative society. Why? Separate act is there for governing cooperative societies called as the Cooperative Societies Act 1956. Next one, number 3. Any other body corporate which central government notified. Which central government notified. Central government clearly notified. This is like a body corporate, but don't consider this as a body corporate. Central government specifically notified them. In such case, those are not body corporate. So how to understand this? Okay, not like this worst chart. I have one better chart to understand. Body corporate means a company defined under section 2 clause 20 includes LLP registered under this act, LLP registered outside India, company incorporated outside India. Does not include corporation sole, cooperative society, body corporate notified by central government. Okay, 1 minute time, read the definition, revise, complete, we'll go to the next one. I want reply from every one of you. Did you understand the concept clearly up to here? Hi Koushik Ananthan, I am fine. Thank you for asking. Please read from the charts. Our target 6 out of 6 in the exam regarding LLP. Same we are going to do with interpretation. Same we are going to do with GCA. Shall we begin? Continue. Okay, let's continue. So, what is the topic we completed now? One of the definition called as definition of body corporate we completed. Okay, next, business. Why business definition we are reading? First, sir, again and again, I have been telling this is law. This is not about mugging the concepts. This is not about storytelling. This is about narrating the reviews of the law, narrating the makers of the law's intention. Okay, so this is not about storytelling and nonsense. There should be some reason why they insert some definition. Why they are putting this definition called as business? Reason is in India, LLPs can be incorporated only for the purpose of doing the business, not for doing any charity. So, if you don't have a business motive, if you don't have a commercial motive, if you don't have a profit motive, big namaste for you. Leave and start a Section 8 company. Go for a society. Go for a trust. Don't make our life miserable by starting LLPs. LLPs are not for social purposes. LLPs are for pure commercial purpose, business purpose. When I say business, people get a wrong notion, buying and selling. To clarify that, lawmaker came with a definition saying that business includes every trade, any kind of, that's the meaning. Trade, profession, trade, profession, service, occupation. Reason, what does it mean? Trade, buying, selling, production, processing, everything will come. Profession, lawyers, CA, CMA, CS, etc. Services, okay, courier services, hospital services, they also can start. Occupation, engineering, all these people also can start. Okay, uh, architects will be there, interior decorators will be there. They are not professionals, they are called as persons in a occupation. Those also can start. And not only these four are some of the examples. These four are some of the examples. That's why they use the word includes. Except any activity which the central government may by notification exclude. That you forget about it. As of now, no notification was released. So tell me, what is business? Business means a business includes a includes what? Every trade, every profession. Every is a word applicable for all. Every kind of trade, every kind of profession, every kind of service, every kind of occupation. Okay, next, read the definition. Business includes every trade, profession, service, occupation. Okay, next, does not include any activity excluded by central government. If central government says that don't take this business, though it is a business, don't take this into business category, then you cannot. In all other practical cases, you can carry on the business. Okay, next, what is the next definition? One by one, let us come. Body corporate completed, business completed. Financial year. What year? Financial year. What is a financial year? Let us try to understand clearly. Financial year in relation to LLP means the period, means what? Only this you have to consider. Okay, means the period from first day of April of a year to 31st day of March of the following year. Okay, I repeat, what is a financial year? He says financial year means the period starting from 1st April of a year ending with the 31st March of the following year. Next, however, in case of LLP incorporated after 30th day of September of a year, financial year may end, not shall end, may end on 31st day of March of the year next to following that year. What is this meant to say? Okay, I will give you first read the Bayer Act. Read the Bayer Act, go into analysis. Please read the Bayer Act. We don't know how MCQs will come. Be careful, read it properly. Read the Bayer Act. Completed? Okay. See here. Point is why this section came. I mean, why this concept came. Generally, financial year means it should start on 1st April, end on 31st March. But there is a practical problem coming in this case. The practical problem that business houses are generally facing in this regard is if a LLP is incorporated somewhere on 10th March of 2024, when financial year has to end 31st March 2024, means technically company is having only 20 days time, okay, 21 days time after getting incorporated. 20 days la what business you are expecting, what profits you are expecting, what P&L, what trading, what balance sheet you are expecting. 10 days la nothing will be done. Yeah, 10, 15, 20 days la, then what you are expecting them to prepare? Therefore, not just a 10, 15 days. Whenever a new company starts, at least it takes 7-8 months for that company in order to become stable to conduct its business normally. Therefore, what lawmaker thought of, if a LLP is incorporated, I repeat, if a LLP is incorporated on or after September 30th, means after September 30th, after September 30th, or on or after October 1st of a year, then you are given with two options. Option number one, if you feel that business will be done from the day number one, good amount of business will be done in next 4-5 months, in such case you can close your financial year in the immediate coming March. No, sir. It will take at least 6-7 months time for me to become stable to do my business. In such case, no books, no profit, no balance sheet, no P&L. Then why to have a financial year ending on 31st March? You can postpone your first financial year to the next financial year. Means my company got incorporated on say 25th of December. 25th of December 2024. Ideally, when this particular company financial year has to close, this financial year has to close on, say example, 31st March 2025, this has to close. Correct or not? 2025, 31st March, this financial year has to close. If I get incorporated like this. But the gap is only how many months? Technically, there is only 3 months plus some number of 5-6 days is there. You felt that good business will be done in this time. Close on 31st March 25 itself. Nothing will be done in next 6-7 months. Then you will be given an option. You may, what you can do, you may postpone it till 31/3/2016. 31/3/2016. The rule of law given. Are you understanding the point or not? This represents the following. Your financial year in any case should not be more than 18 months. Normally, financial year is 12 months period. But in the year of incorporation, you can extend it till 18 months because you are given a chance only for incorporations made after 1st October. I mean, on or after 1st October. On or after 1st October means how many months is there? October, November, December, Jan, February, March. 6. Plus another 12 months you can take. So totally 12 plus 6, 18 is the maximum number. That's what they wanted to convey. Hopefully everyone understood the concept clearly. So what definition we completed? Financially. See there. General case. What case? General case. Financial year means period which starts on 1st April, which ends on 31st March of the immediate next year. This is in general. But if any LLP is incorporated after 30th September of a year, then financial year is as under. Option 1 may close its first financial year on immediate next 31st March. Okay, first case, that means first financial will have less than 12 months. May close its first financial year on 31st March of the following next, okay, 31st March, following immediate next 31st March, then first financial will have more than 12 months and should not be more than 18 months. Read the definition. Confirm your understanding. I want your confirmation. Are you all comfortable up to here or not? Yes or no, you should tell. Read. Take time. I will wait. No problem. But please read. Complete it during the live itself. I will wait for a minute. No problem. Okay. Next. When we completed now, concept of financial year. Next definition. Next definition. Foreign LLP. Which definition? Foreign LLP. Let us understand what do you mean by foreign? Same foreign company. It means LLP formed, incorporated, registered outside India. Place of business within India. That's all. Over. Next. What is a limited liability partnership? Partnership formed under this act. Everyone repeat. Partnership formed under this act is called as LLP. Partnership formed under, not formed under this act is called as a partnership. Partnership formed under this act is called as a limited liability partnership. Partnership formed under this act. Over. Next. LLP agreements. LLP agreement. When I say agreement, only written agreement is allowed. Orally you can't agree. In case of normal partnership, oral, written, express, implied, so many things will come. But in case of LLP, those are not entertained. If there is something to agree between the partners, that must be as per your LLP agreement only. Okay, so now tell me, LLP agreement is mandatory to be written, optional? Optional only. Okay, sir. Really, sir? Yes, sir. If you write your LLP agreement, your LLP agreement will apply. If you do not write your LLP agreement, first schedule will apply. First schedule is a templated LLP agreement. Simply, Companies Act Law used to tell one thing. What is that? Table F will be there. What is there? Table F. What do you mean by table F? Table F will contain, okay, templated provisions of articles. If you write your own articles, table F do not apply. But if you do not write your table F, or if you do not write your articles, table F by default will apply. Same thing happens also here. There you call table F, here we call it first schedule. Okay, so it means any written agreement. Okay, it means any written agreement between the partners of LLP or between LLP and its partners. Sir, what is the difference between the partners and between LLP and partner? Between the partners means partner with the partner. Okay, one partner with another partner, what are the rights? Second, LLP is a separate entity, na? LLP with the partners is a second thing, which determines mutual rights and duties of the partners. So, what is LLP agreement? In short, LLP agreement is an agreement, written or oral, written agreement between whom? Between partners or between LLP and the partners. What will be there inside it? Mutual rights and duties of the partners in relation to LLP. LLP agreement. What are the definitions we read now? Foreign LLP. First read this. Foreign LLP means an LLP formed, registered or incorporated outside India, establishes place of business in India. Next. Limited liability partnership. LLP means a partnership which is formed and registered under this act. Next. LLP agreement. LLP agreement must be in written form mode. Okay. Agreement between whom? Partners and partners with LLP. Content, mutual rights and duties. Okay. So that's the study material bare act. This is the summary for the exams. Okay. Mode. Only written. Agreement between whom? Between the partners with LLP. What will be there inside that? Mutual rights and duties. Next. What is the next one? Small LLP. Before going into that, there is one definition called as a partner. Let's also cover that. Partner. Partner in relation to LLP, not in relation to partnership, in relation to limited liability partnership, means any person. When I use the word any person, it can be company, it can be another LLP, it can be any other body corporate. Means there should be separate legal person. Partnership can't become, because partnership is not a person at all. Partnership is an agreement. Partnership is not a person. I told you enormous times in foundation. So partner in relation to LLP means any person who become the partner in accordance with LLP agreement. Means in Partnership Act, we require a partnership deed to enter. In LLP, we require partnership agreement. Which partnership? Limited liability partnership agreement. So, if you want to enter into the partnership, sign in the LLP agreement and become a partner. Okay? Who can become? Any person can become. When I say person, it should be a person recognized in the eyes of law. Partnership is not a person as a law, therefore partnership cannot do that. Read this. Partner in relation to LLP means a person who become a partner of LLP under LLP agreement. Okay, I am putting it before you. Please read definition 3, 4, 5 and 7. We go to the last basic definition once you complete this. And everyone, tell about your understanding, yes or no, understood or not. Person also includes an individual. Yes, because individual is also legally recognized person. Na? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fine. Very good response. Okay. Please read all the all the three definitions which you are seeing on the screen. Read also LLP agreement. Okay. Read it. I go to the next one. Let us continue with the discussion. So now we completed definition of various words and terms used in this particular act. We are now moving into the most important definition in your syllabus. Okay, mark this important. 99% question will come in exam. May 24, 99% this question can come for 2 marks or 3 marks. Let's read. What is a small LLP? Okay, what is a small LLP? So, did you remember that there is one concept called as small company under Companies Act? Like that, this is small LLP. Let's see. It means a LLP. First, it is a LLP. The contribution of which means what? Capital contribution of which does not exceed 25 lakh rupees. 25 lakh rupees. Okay, or such higher amount not exceeding 5 crore as may be prescribed. Means what? Government can increase that limit of 25 lakhs up to 5 crore. Okay, same like LLP, sorry, same like small company. In small company, if you remember, originally it was 2 crore. Later they increased it to 4 crore. That means government has a right to increase it up to 40 crore. Okay, later they increased it to 100 crore now. Same way even here also. What do you mean by a small LLP? Small LLP means an LLP first. Capital should not exceed. What should not exceed? Capital should not exceed. Capital contributed by the partners should not exceed 25 lakh rupee. Government can, I mean MCA can bring a rule saying that 25 lakhs is increased to 1 crore. They can tell. They can tell 3 crore. They can tell 4 crore. They can tell 5 crore. Even government also don't have a right to extend the limit beyond 5 crore. Okay, that means government in 2035, government in 2035 year, they wanted to change small LLP definition saying that contribution should not exceed 8 crore. They cannot. That means at any cost, small LLP definition law amount limit should not go beyond how many crores? 5 crore. As of now, what is the limits given by the government? As of now, limits given by the government is 25 lakhs. Okay, tell me what is a small LLP? Small LLP is an LLP. Small LLP is a LLP. So small LLP means a limited liability partnership whose contribution, which contribution? Capital contribution does not exceed 25 lakh rupees. Next. As of now, 25. In exam, what to write? 25 or 5 crore. 5 crore is not the limit. 5 crore is the amount up to which government can bring amendment. 2 years after. Government wanted to change this 25. Can it make it 1 crore? Yes. 4 crore? Yes. 6 crore? No. That's the meaning. So that's why even in the study material, 25 lakhs only will be given. Next. Turnover. One, turnover. Turnover as per what? Turnover as per statement of accounts, means P&L, etc. Okay. For the immediately preceding financial year does not exceed. Immediately preceding financial year does not exceed. I repeat, immediately preceding financial year does not exceed 40 lakh rupees. Government can increase that amount up to 50 crore rupees. Okay, these are the two things. As may be prescribed, leave it anyway. That's the rule is not applicable for your exam, so nonsense. Mainly two things you have to remember here. What is a small LLP? Small LLP is a LLP first. Small LLP is a LLP first. That LLP is such an LLP whose capital can't exceed 25 lakh as of today. Okay, end, not or, end. Along with that, turnover should not exceed in the previous financial year beyond how many lakhs? 40 lakhs. Okay, contribution government can raise it in future up to 5 crore, and the turnover it can raise up to 50 crore rupee. Okay, please read this complete. Before that, read this. Small LLP means an LLP. I am putting it before you. Completed? Those who joined live, please confirm. Let us continue. Let's go back to the concept. See here. Now we completed segment 1 in our LLP Act. What is the segment 1? Main definitions are completed. So then what about remaining? We are not going to cover, we will cover everything. When we are reading tribunal word, then I will cover what is a tribunal. When we are covering the word regional director registrar, then I will come to here. Okay. So remaining definitions are not basic definitions, those are referred definitions. Whenever we are going to refer any technical word regarding this, then we will come back and read the definition and complete it. Okay. Next one. Characteristics of LLP. Characteristic of LLP. Okay. First, examiner, this question may be asked for 5 marks. But how they will ask? They will not they will not ask you to write all. They will select 4 or 5. They will tell, or they will ask a question with regard to LLP. Explain the following characteristics: body corporate, perpetual succession, separate legal existence, limited liability, or management of business. Like that, they will select 5 points. These are examples. Okay, like this, they will select 5 points and they will ask you in the exam. Therefore, the problem is all these points you should have a grip. All these points you should have a grip. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is all the characteristics of LLP. Let us first understand from this side heading itself. After that, we will be going into analysis. You know that already. Companies Act we might have covered so many things inside this. Okay. First thing, LLP is what? LLP is a body corporate because it is a artificial body having what features? Corporate features. Therefore, LLP is a body corporate. What do you mean by perpetual succession? Members may come and go, but the company will remain. Likewise, partners may come and go, but LLP will always remain. That's the quality of a LLP. Okay. Perpetual succession means partners coming in, partners going out will not affect the existence of the LLP. Like company shares are transferred from one person to another, here capital transferability is there. How that will happen we will see later, but transferability is there. So perpetual succession, if one partner goes away, another partner will be substituted immediately. Third, separate legal entity. What do you mean by separate legal entity? Partners are different from that of the LLP. Liability of the partners are liability of partners only. Liabilities of LLP will not generally become liabilities of partners. Means what? What is the liability, sir? When I say LLP, liability or no liability? Liability is there, but there is a limit to that liability. There is a limit to that liability. Therefore, acts of the LLP will be the LLP acts only. Acts of the partners will be the act of partner only. 1 point. Next one. In a partnership, there is a danger. What is the danger? Joint liability and several liability will come. Means what? If one partner does something, for the acts of that partner, every other partner also will be liable. But in case of LLP, that don't happen. If LLP does anything, LLP as a entity will be liable, not the partners inside it. So partners are different, LLP will be different. Next, mutual agency. What it is? Mutual agency. What do you mean by mutual agency? I told you. But I will explain one more time here. Foundation I explain, but direct entry students also can be listening to this. So I don't want to put them at risk. I have to explain. There is a concept called as principal and agency. What is the name of the concept? Principal and agency. I gave you example. Okay. See here. Case. Principal, agent, expected, agent, actual, liability. Listen. Case 1. Principal can do something. Principal can do something. Principal can do something. Agent is expected to do that. What do you mean by principal agent? On my behalf you will do. On my behalf you will do. That means every time I need not do that, on my behalf you can do. Sir, why we are reading this definition? Reading this definition because LLP is a artificial persona, natural persona, artificial. Can LLP do anything on its own? It cannot. Therefore, LLP will get its things done through its partners. Therefore, agency concept started. Who is the principal? LLP. Who is the agent? Partners. Okay, see here. Mutual agency. Let me explain what does it mean. Case number 1. Principal can do something. Agent is expected to do that. And agent has actually done that. Then LLP will be liable for the acts of the agent. Case 2. Principal cannot do something. Agent also didn't do that. Means agent is expected not to do that. Agent actually also didn't do that. Then no one will become liable. Next. Principal can do something. Agent is expected to do that. But agent has not done that. Agent has not done that. Okay. Now who will be liable? Listen, this is important. In this case, LLPA liable. Sir, mistake done by partner. This partner, sir. Agent has done the mistake. Partner done the mistake. Why LLP is liable? For selecting such a wrong agent, principal only will be liable. So LLP will be liable. 4. Principal can do something. Agent is expected to do that. Agent has done, but done in a wrong way. In this case also, for selecting a wrong agent, LLP is liable. Number 5. Principal can do something. Okay. Sorry, principal cannot do something. Agent is expected not to do that, but agent has done that. In this case only, agent will become liable. Who is the agent? Partner. Okay. In case of LLP, there is a principal agency relation. Which relation? Principal agency relation or principal agent relation will be there. Who is the principal? LLP. Who is the agent? Partners. Next. LLP agreement. I told you just now. All the mutual rights and duties of the partners in LLP are decided by LLP agreement. If you write an agreement, written agreement apply. If you do not write an agreement, LLP agreement as per first schedule will apply. But LLP agreement must be there. Artificial legal person. LLP is a separate person recognized in the eyes of law. Means, what do you mean by that? There is an act which creates LLP by incorporation. Okay, what is the act? LLP Act. Therefore, LLP is a person. Scientific persona, legal persona. In the eyes of law only it will be there. Natural person like Koushik Mukhesh, artificial. Artificial. So, LLP is a person recognized in the eyes of law having a artificial existence. Therefore, we call it as what? Artificial legal person. Signature of LLP. LLP should have a stamp or not. That stamp is called as common seal. That common seal is optional. Next, limited liability. Liability of partnership, unlimited. Liability of LLP, limited to the extent of unpaid capital. Limited to the extent of unpaid capital. See, in a company, par value of a share or issue price of a share is 100. Okay, issue price of a share is 100. Koushik Mukhesh paid 70 rupees. Still, how much is unpaid? 30. I have 1000 shares with me. That means on the share capital, how much you paid already? 100,000 into 70,000 I paid. Still, how much is unpaid? 30,000 is unpaid. That 30,000 your liability. Okay, I'm not telling you don't have liability. You will have liability, but the liability will be limited. But in case of LLP, liability will be limited, not to the extent of paid up capital. Here, paid up capital will not be there, to the extent of unpaid capital. Next, management of business. In case of company, business is managed by directors called as board of directors. In case of partnership, business will be managed by partners and also the designated partners. Minimum and maximum number of members. Minimum 2, maximum can be unlimited. Business for profits only. Just now I told, LLPs are only for profits. If your motive is to do some social service, please go to other organizations. LLP is not your place. Investigation. If something is wrong done in the LLP, central government will appoint inspectors to conduct investigation. Next, compromise or arrangement. What is compromise or arrangement? Compromise or arrangement means when any dispute start between the partners inside the LLP, or if one LLP wanted to merge with another LLP, that is also permitted under LLP Act. Conversion. You can convert firm into LLP, private company into LLP, unlisted public company into LLP. You can also convert firm LLP into firm or LLP into company as well. E-filing of document. This I will discuss much in detail and when provision come. As of now, I will tell one thing. Today, MCA is controlling LLP Act. MCA is 100% computerized, which represents everything is e-based service. There is no physical services at MCA. Therefore, even LLP also, which is governed by same MCA, is having obligation to make e-filing of its documents. Lastly, LLP Act is applicable not only for Indian incorporated LLPs, it will also apply for incorporation of LLPs outside India, but which has its place of business in India. That's all. There are all the various characters or characteristics of LLP. First, everyone tell me, had all these points are common for Companies Act also or not, except one or two? Completed? See here. Instead of reading these paragraphs and paragraphs, what I have done, I have given summary of all the features, important features I have written. Body corporate, because it's a body corporate incorporated under LLP Act, and it has a features like limited liability, perpetual reduction, etc. Perpetual. LLP's existence is not affected by partners coming in and going out. So death, insolvency, retirement will not affect. Separate legal existence. Okay. LLP is an entity. LLP is an entity separate from that of its partners. Liability of LLP shall be met out of assets of LLP. Liabilities of partners is limited to the extent of capital contribution. Next, LLP agreement. A written agreement contain mutual rights and duties. Okay, if LLP agreement is devised, that shall apply. In other case, LLP agreement under this act will apply. Under this act, which schedule? First schedule. Number 4, artificial legal person. It is created by legal process called incorporation. Same like company, it will be having all legal rights like individual. How individual can take loan, enter into everything it can do, but it cannot be sent to jail, take an oath, etc. Next, common seal. LLP is artificial person which can act through the agent. It may have a common seal, not shall. It may. It is not mandatory to have a seal. It shall be affixed by concerned official in the witness of two designated partners. Limited liability. Partners of LLP are agents to LLP and not to the other partners. Okay. Limited liability. Partners of LLP are agents to the LLP and not to the other partners. Therefore, one partner is not liable for the acts of another. The liability is limited only to the extent of capital contribution. If there is unpaid, their liability will come. If nothing is unpaid, liability does not arise. Management of business. All partners, including designated partners, will manage. However, DPs are responsible for legal compliances. What does it mean? In a LLP, like a company, directors will not be there, but designated partners will be there. Means designated partners will be the directors. No. Normal partners also will participate in the decision making. But designated partners will be liable if any legal compliance is not complied with. Okay. For example, as per bonus act, we have to pay bonus but not paid. All partners are not liable. Only DPs will become liable. That's the meaning of DP. Number of partners. Minimum 2. Minimum DP is also 2. One must be individual and must be resident as well. No limit on maximum partners. You can have multiple. Next. Business for profits only. LLP shall be formed with a motive to do the business and to make profit. Therefore, LLP cannot be formed for charitable purposes. Read all the definitions once. I am putting it before you for the reference. Fastly complete. I am giving 2 minutes time. Completed? Okay. So see here, we completed all important characters. When discussing, I completed all the 15 or 16 characteristics clearly. Important 10 I kept in the notes as well. Okay. Next. Advantages of LLP. LLP form is a form of business model which is organized and operates on the basis of agreement, which represents there is a proof of work. Means whether a person has a right or not, there will be a rock solid proof. It's not just a theoretical thing. Next one. Flexibility without imposing detailed legal and procedural compliances. Means what? LLP will have flexibility like a company, less procedures like a partnership. That's the advantage. That's why he said it has flexibility, but no big legal compliances and procedures. Next one, easy to form. There are only 4 steps to form. What are the steps? Next session I will discuss about all those things. All partners have limited liability, easy to close. Okay, whenever you start a business, about starting how much you are concerned, about closing also you should be equally concerned about. So entity formation is easy, closing is difficult. Don't start that, it's very dangerous. Okay, so therefore my point is, what are all the 5 advantages? First one, it organizes and operates in the basis of agreement, flexible with lesser legal compliances, easy to form, easy to dissolve, and all partners will have limited liability. These are all the advantages of the LLP form. Okay, this is the completion of first part of LLP chapter. There are 3 parts in this chapter. First part we completed. Second part I will start in the tomorrow's session. Tomorrow also we will have a live, but tomorrow's session will be for 2.5 hours with a break in the middle. Okay, 2.5 to 3 hours you can expect. Afternoon we will start with that. It will be having 3 hours class with a break of around 30 minutes in the middle, such that we will complete 80% of LLP chapter in the tomorrow's session. After that, small balance, small concepts will be there. We will discuss in 1 hour. In the next session we will complete. Am I clear? So first thing, I wanted to make LLP comfortable in the first session. I completed now. Main basics what are required for the exams are completed. We completed basic, we completed definitions, we completed 16 characteristics, we completed advantages of LLP as well. Functioning of LLP, operations of LLP, procedures in LLP. It's a 3-hour session such that we will cover everything inside LLP from the exams point of view. Okay, that I will put in the next session and I will complete. Once completed, lastly 1 or 2 topics will be there. 15-20 minutes we will complete those as well. Mainly tomorrow's session is more important here. 85-90% of the syllabus will be completed with regard to LLP. Am I clear? Once this is completed, I will come up with interpretation of statutes. Another 10 marks area is there. That also if you cover, damn sure you are going to get 80+ in exam. Clear everyone? So thank you very much. Meet you again in the next session.